What's good with it, y'all? It's Shell Bash, favorite therapist from the town, and I'm here at the Black Mental Health Conference. Gonna ask some people about their opinions on the state of the Black collective mental health. You know, in light of everything that's going on in the country, we got a lot going on right now politically, and yeah, gonna walk around, just talk to different clinicians, different presenters, different people who are attending the conference, and see how they feel about it. Let's go. What's going on with it, y'all? It's Shell Bash, your favorite therapist from the town, and I'm here with.
Portia Henderson with Healing the Roots Foundation and ResilientReads.com.
Hey, I know that's right. So I just wanted to ask you, with the current state of affairs in the country, give me your take on collective Black mental health.
Well, I think Black mental health was on a rise where everyone was feeling accepted and the environment was more conducive to everyone having their own personality and identity where they felt comfortable with themselves. But I think right now really had a setback. So now where people really felt comfortable with being themselves, now you have people looking at them like you're weird now, like where you come from, like what you are is not who you are. So how do
People
you
being
supposed to
ostracized.
how do you supposed to process that mentally if that's your identity? So it's not like it's something that you can blink your eye and change because that's who you are. That's
Absolutely.
like I'm a female and you're a male.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we are. I can't tell you you're not a male. What are you doing? You know,
Right.
everybody has their own mind. So the way the country is going right now is really setting people at back. And I wish and I'm hoping and praying that people stand up for their rights and they don't let this just be dictate or have like a dictatorship. Like this is a democracy. And everyone needs to remember that it's a democracy, and this is not a monarchy. We don't have a king.
Right.
So I think people need to keep that in their mind and not let these little things be planted as seeds. This is what you wanted. I don't think anybody really wanted this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
We don't
that's
want to
what I
be
think.
influenced in the wrong
That's right.
direction, right? We got to remember to advocate, right?
That's right.
Yes, and I'm
Absolutely.
here with.
Brittany.
Hey, what's going on, Brittany? So I just want to ask you a question. How do you give me your thoughts on Black collective, Black mental health, in light of the current affairs in our country right now? Give me your take on that.
I think it's a lot of emotional and mental baggage that is being carried just in general, and it's even heavier right now. And so there's a constant, just like a constant reminder to each other as mental health professionals, but then also to the clients, the people that we serve, the communities that we serve, of just really finding joy in such a heavy, dark place, and really being able to sit with our clientele like in the moment and then letting it stay in those moments so that it doesn't transfer over to our personal lives. And I really encourage people to have their own communities and take some personal time, really acknowledge that this is a hard time and to really find joy.
I love what you're saying there. Like, just to be able to hold that space for clients, right? That in itself. Your favorite therapist from the town, Shell Best, that I'm here with.
Shatangela Gibbs.
Hey, what's going on? So I want to ask you, give me your thoughts on the collective Black mental health right now in our community in lights of current affairs in our country.
I would say it's definitely heavy. I agree. A lot of heaviness. I think a lot of what I've been focusing on and what I inform my clients to focus on, go internal, your internal locus of control. A lot of times we focus on the environmental part of it, the outside or external locus of control. So I've been encouraging people to go internal. I agree with Brittany. You definitely want to attach to your joy button every day as much as you can. And then we'll drop the baggage off, because some of it's not ours to carry. And I think that that's the biggest thing, is that we don't have to carry it. And then also disconnect from social media. Everything is coming at us so fast. So when I work with people with trauma, they're in the trauma, but sometimes you have to take a break and take them out of it. So you don't want to be in pain all day. So decompress, disconnect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I love what you said there about just having internal locus of control, right? And the things that we can't control, even if it's things that we don't like, kind of practicing that radical acceptance and focusing on the things that we can't control within us, right?
Yeah.
I'm here with.
Thank you. Elise Bone.
Thank you for being here. And I wanted to ask you, in light of everything that's going on in the country right now, what are your thoughts on the collective Black mental health?
I think it's really important for us to recognize our value.
Okay.
I do think that with whatever's going on and things that are coming to the forefront, things that have happened in the past with different politics and elective figures, that it can be hard for us to realize that we are valued. We need to recognize that just because that maybe some people have points of views that are not in alignment with who we are as a people, who are as a collective, that shouldn't put us down. Like, we should still advocate for ourselves. We should still be seen. Even certain things are taken away, whether it's DEI or anything like that, we still have a voice. We still matter. And we still need to value like ourselves and advocate for our communities. So I think it's important for us to stick together, because it can be easy to be in, whether it's your workforce or peers, where it's like, hey, you don't matter, you don't deserve this, this is being taken away. To kind of band together as a community to recognize like where the resources are, you know, who's here to help you, who's here to support you, and just keep that at the forefront. Make sure that we realize that we are a priority and we matter and we're valued.
Absolutely. I love what you're saying here. What I'm hearing you saying is not allowing the thoughts of others, particularly people you don't agree with, to determine the outcome of you on an individual basis and also us collectively.
Brandon Pope.
Yes, sir. And I want to ask you, bro, in light of everything that's going on in the country right now, what's your thoughts on the collective Black mental health?
Well, regards to mental health, man, I feel that, we need to take a serious look and dive into all the issues that we have, especially in today's situation. We at a point now that we need to be unified more than ever. And that unification starts with self-improvement, and the family are the cornerstones of a community rising. And if we are still kind of confused or not knowing about certain things that we've learned traditional wise, we have to kind of unpack those things, go forward. If we stay in that same mindset, we potentially could be at a situation of not being prepared for the future, for just I'm just saying, it's just so what I really want to say, we got a financial tsunami coming.
Come on.
We got a whole lot of issues about people being scared of us. You know what I mean? We uncertain about what's about to happen in the next 5 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And we really behind the mark on what we really need to be knowing and unifying. We ain't unified. We so divisive and not together. We need to have some type of movement where we're coming back as a collective. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to agree on all the same things.
Pan-Africanism.
But we have to have a common philosophy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's why the mental health portion is so important. We have to get on a core and get on code on something. You know what I'm saying? And that's so as far as you're talking about in today's time, we probably at the most critical time right now. It's really a now or never. You know what I mean? Especially for our upcoming generations. Like, if we don't get it right now and be able to pass it to them, they're gonna be there for the slaughter. You know what I mean? So we gotta get ourselves right, our communities right, so we can make sure that we still moving forward for years and years to come.
Real talk. Some you said as it kind of remind me of a metaphor. It's kind of like when you splashing in the water when you little and you at the deep end, and it's like, that last second where you kind of put your hand up. You know what I mean? You need somebody to, either your people to come lift you up, or you lift yourself up. If not, you just gonna further drown. And what I'm hearing you saying is like, this is that integral moment where we need to try to, either try to figure out, how we're gonna organize, unify, so we can lift up. Otherwise we could potentially drown in a society that ain't meant for us. Yes, sir.
Those negative narratives, you know what I'm saying? Those negative narratives, those symbolisms, we gotta change the music. You know what I'm saying? We adopting a culture that ain't even really ours.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta recreate our culture by digging back and get
Europeans.
Exactly. We got to dig and find all those things that have worked for us, that has been on the progressive side and not the survival side. You know what I'm saying? So
not confusing a culture of poverty with our culture. Right? Yeah, there's gonna be some overlap, off top, but that's not necessarily who we are as a people, though, just innately, though. Yeah,
I'm here with Eric Shimiyama from Inspired and Free.
Yes, sir, man. Happy to have you. So let me ask you, brother, in light of everything that's going on in the country right now, what are your thoughts on the collective Black mental health?
Well, what I would say is that there's not enough representation for one. I think the statistics shows there's only a small percentage of us in the first place. And then there's a very small percentage of us when it comes to male Black therapists. So right now, we in dire need of people to come out and help, and you have to have a passion for it. So if you don't have the passion for it, if you ain't going through the healing process yourself, you're going to have some trouble along the way. So that's how I feel about it right now.
That's what I'm here with.
Ashanti.
Hey, what's going on, Ashanti? So I want to ask you, with the current state of political affairs in this country, what's your take on the collective state of Black mental health?
I think that we are struggling. I think this is the time that we need to come together, and be supportive of one another. This is the time to address stigma with mental health, to let it know that it's okay for us to need help and we need to make that space. We need to create that space so that we feel comfortable, come and seek those services. And we need to be culturally responsive and be ready to provide them.
Absolutely. In spaces like this, hopefully help with that.
Absolutely, yeah.
I know
This
that's
has
right.
been an amazing experience. I'm so inspired and so happy to be here just to be in this space around all this Black excellence. So,
Right.
I mean, this has been a dream.